So I met Tiki Barber at a signing last year. It was called the Big Blue Signing Event. It was somewhere in North Jersey at one of these hotels by George Washington Bridge. He was a terrific guy, but most Giants fans are either like cold or lukewarm about Tiki. It's not even like hot or cold. It's either like you're cold on him or you're like lukewarm on him, which I think is ridiculous because and it's unfortunate because if you look at his career stats, they're absolutely terrific. Second round pick, 1997 draft, right out of University of Virginia. He came in following some bruising running backs for the New York Giants. Otis Anderson, right? O.J. Anderson, Rodney Hampton. So, but Tiki was not that kind of player. He was a scat back. He was a speed guy. He wasn't like an in between the tackles bruiser. He takes the ball outside, catches passes out of the backfield. He could break the big one. So, and his stats, speak for himself. I mean, it took a little while, but in the 2004 season finale, you start looking at these stats over these last 3 years of Tiki's career. And in the 2004 season finale, Tiki Barber broke Rodney Hampton's Giants all-time rushing record. He became the Giants' all-time leading rusher, and Joe Morris's single-season rushing record. He did that in the same game in the finale against the Cowboys. Now, the following year, he rushes for 1,860 yards. That's a big number. 1,860 yards is a big number. That's second in the league to Sean Alexander, and a career high for Tiki. 2,390 all-purpose yards. Right? With 203 rushing yards against Oakland Raiders in the finale. He had a 95-yard touchdown run, which also set a Giants team record for the longest touchdown run in their franchise history. Next year, 2006, a huge year. 1,662 yards, 5 touchdowns, and then he retires. He abruptly retires. And he declined a reported 2-year, $50 million contract. The Giants were willing to give him $25 million a year, and he walked away. And then there was some disparaging comments about the Giants and Eli Manning and whatever. But in the next season, in the very next season, the Giants go on to win the Super Bowl by beating an 18-0 Patriots team, right? One of the greatest upsets in sports history. And Tiki was present there to cover the event, but most of his teammates and Giants fans, again, not giving him love, because of his the things that he had to say about his former team and his former teammates. So, all things considered, that's Tiki. But, he finished his career with all-time leading rusher and was inducted into the Giants Ring of Honor in 2010. But getting back to meeting him at the Big Blue event, I walk up, I have the debut ticket. I have the debut ticket for Tiki, and I slide it over to him. There's this big, kind of imposing guy who wears number 80 in uniform on the ticket. And Tiki's like, "Who is that?" I was like, "You've never seen one of these tickets before?" And he said, "No." And then I said, "It's just a generic, Giants player." Yeah, and he's like, "It looks like Mark Bavaro." I go, "Well, he does look like Mark Bavaro because he's wearing number 80 and he's kind of like larger than life." So he's like, "Wow, this is crazy." He goes, the thing I remember most about this is that Princess Diana died the night before. And I was so nervous going into the game, and I really got some perspective after that, and I just relaxed and I played, and he scored his first touchdown. He scored his first NFL rushing touchdown in that game. But that was really, really crazy to think about. This is, August 31st, 1997. Princess Diana dies the day before, terribly, in that car crash. So that was a story that Tiki Barber had to tell about what he remembered most about his NFL debut, which is tragic events from the night before. So Tiki Barber, NFL debut, very good guy, legendary New York Giant. This is Dave Cat. I'm the Ticket Bastard, Iconic Sports Media.